Hey guys, what is up? It's JJ Tech here, back again for another video, and today we've got this marvelous iPhone XR here, as you can see, black version here, and today I'm going to be doing my review that I've been had over a week, be talking about how this phone is, if it's worth picking up, and basically going all over the specs, and basically telling you if it's worth it at the end of the day to pick up for $750. Now before I actually get into the review, let's talk about the color and the price. So this particular one that I have is 128 gigabyte black model. Now this one right here retails for $800, but if you go step down to 64 gigabytes, it starts at $750, and if you move up to mine 128 gigabyte, it's gonna run you $800. And then if you move up, which is the highest storage option, 256 gigabytes, it's gonna run you $900. Basically on par with the XS and XS Max. And we're gonna be talking about if it's worth picking up over those two phones. And yeah guys, let's get into the video. Alrighty guys, I'm back over here at the studio over here, and I'm gonna be basically reviewing the phone. Like I said, I already went over the prices, so now I'm gonna be going over the boring stuff, which is the specs. First, let me get this out of the way. We've got an A12 Bionic chip here in this phone, which is probably the most powerful chipset in a phone right now, at least in 2019. Now, we do have 3 gigs of RAM on this device. Now, don't get fooled by those 3 gigs of RAM. I know the XS and the XS Max have 4, but since iOS 12 is so optimized, you don't have to worry about those 3 gigs of RAM. Now, this display here is pretty controversial because a lot of people are saying it's just pixel density is just really low, and that it doesn't look sharp, and I can't really agree with that because I've had this phone for about 2 weeks now, and honestly it looks like my old phone, which was, if you guys know, it was a T-Mobile Revel Plus, and that was a 1080p panel, and side by side to this actually looked a bit better. And just as you guys know, LCD is obviously not as good as OLED like we see on the XS and XS Max, but I mean, honestly, they had to cut some price cuts there, but you know, honestly, the display is really good. So it is a 1792 by 828 pixels per inch here. It is 326 pixels per inch. Pixel density isn't really high. It's about the same as my T-Mobile Revel Plus, which was my previous phone. So yeah, don't get fooled by those numbers. On paper, sure, it is pretty low, the resolution, but in real daytime life, it is really not even noticeable at all, especially when watching content or on a game. Alrighty guys, so let's get the camera here. The camera here is a single 12 megapixel camera. We don't have the dual setup like we have on the XS and XS Max, but here on the front, we have a 7 megapixel camera, which is pretty good. Now this camera, I did test it. It was pretty good, guys. This camera is great. I mean, you're paying for greatness, and this really does bring it. This is the same sensor that you see on the XS and XS Max. Also the same front camera like on the XS. So you're not sacrificing any quality issues with this phone. Now, as you can see here, we do have the notch, which a lot of people should be used to at this point. I mean, a lot of phones have it. On the Android side, a lot of Androids have the notch, so don't get fooled by that. That doesn't really bother me, and it really shouldn't bother you guys. I mean, once you're on the phone, you don't even notice it at all. And this is where it packs Face ID, which I'll get to here. It has Face ID, all the tech is packed in that little tiny notch. Well, I'm not going to say little tiny because it isn't small, it's pretty big, but it's definitely not the biggest notch out there. Now, we do have the Face ID tech in here. This is Face ID 2, as Apple likes to call it, which is their second generation of Face ID, which supposedly helps better in low light and in situations where the iPhone X, which is Face ID generation 1, couldn't really pick up your face. This now can with Face ID generation 2. And this right here has an iOS 12 out of the box. When you get it, it already has iOS 12 on it. Obviously iOS 11 was in the past. We do have iOS 12 on this device. Now, it has been running really smooth, guys. I have no complaints of this phone whatsoever. Let's get on to the build of this phone, because the build is honestly really premium And we do have a glass back here, completely glass right here. I don't know if you guys can tell on camera. I obviously do have a case on it, so you can't really tell too much, but it is glass and does support wireless charging. And in the front also, obviously glass. We got that full screen display here, and yeah, pretty much everything is premium. The sides are completely aluminum, so you're gonna get a really premium feel with this device. No sacrifice in quality, definitely not here. I mean, you're paying for $750 for this device, so you can't be expecting anything less. Now, let's get back to the cameras. Now, I did take some shots of the camera here, and I will show them up here on the shots I took with the back camera. I actually didn't take any of the front, just because, well, I just wanted to show off the back camera, and I actually forgot to take pictures for the selfie camera. So enjoy this little, picture montage here, and it's, as you can see, the quality is pretty good, as you guys are seeing here. And guys, this camera is absolutely amazing, one of the best cameras on the market. As you guys saw there, the flower had just so much texture, the quality was just on point, and honestly, you're not going to be noticing any sacrifice in quality when buying this phone. Now, the video capabilities on this phone definitely has one of the best videos on the market. What I mean by that is this can go all the way up to 4K 60 frames per second, and which is the highest. A lot of phones can do that. It isn't really surprising, but what I'm saying is this one has one of the smoothest video you can find on a phone, period. Now, let's get on to the display, which is probably the most controversial thing on this phone. The display looks bad, and guys, it's not true. I personally don't think it looks bad at all. Even when I put my face really close to it, I can't even see the individual pixels. Now, as you can see here, let me just turn that on here. I don't know if you can tell on camera, but you can't even see the individual pixels, because it just, honestly guys, I know this has been a lot of problem for a lot of people out there, that the display is bad, it's horrible, it's not like an OLED. Sure, that's true, it's not like an OLED, but I mean, Apple did have to make some price cuts on this phone to lower the price. Now let's get on price. I did talk about price at the beginning of the video, but what I want to specify is also another controversial thing. The price, that it's just way too high, and I can't agree with that. The price is pretty high for this device, and this is supposed to be Apple's budget device. And honestly, the price I think could be a little bit lower. $500 starting price could be a good price here, and it should go up to $750. Now, obviously, I can't really change that. Right now, there are some pretty good deals on this phone, especially if you go on third-party markets such as eBay or Amazon. You can find it for around $700 starting price. Now, let me talk about the conclusion and what I think of this phone, if you should pick it up over the XS and XS Max, if it's worth it or not. And honestly guys, to be completely honest, I love this phone. I've had this phone for about 2 weeks now, and if you haven't checked out my iPhone XR unboxing video, definitely drop the link down below so you guys can check that video. It was really, really exciting to watch. Now, should you guys pick it up? Let me think. Well, if you are the kind of person that wants a really premium phone but doesn't want to pay over $1,000 on a phone, this could be a good, thing to buy, because it does go all the way up to $900. Still not quite $1,000, which is a lot of people don't want to break that. They don't want to go over $1,000, and I get it. $1,000 is extremely expensive for a phone, and if you don't want to sacrifice in quality, go for the iPhone XR all the way. You are not sacrificing anything with this phone. It has the exact same sensor on the back and the front. Completely, you get IP67 water resistance, you get the wireless charging, you get the glass pretty much everywhere, aluminum sides. Honestly, this phone is a complete package, and you should really pick it up. Now, there is some other people that won't want to pick it up, and let me talk about that. Now, to conclude this video, for the people that do want to buy this phone, do remember that there is a notch on this phone, and honestly, it shouldn't really bother anyone. I mean, like I said, when you're on this phone, you don't really notice it. When you're watching content, the notch doesn't get in the way, at least for me, because as you guys know, when you're in YouTube, you can expand the actual picture to fill up the whole display for the 18:9 aspect ratio to take advantage of it. Now, that's pretty much it for my review, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Definitely smash the like button. I would definitely appreciate it. Subscribe down below. We're almost to 100 subscribers. Thank you for that, guys. We're almost there. And hopefully you guys enjoyed my review. I really, really do like this phone, and I really do recommend it for any audience out there that wants an iPhone at, a lower price. So yeah, guys, thanks for watching this video. Like I said, leave a link to this phone so you guys can check out the price at Apple's website, and I will also drop the link to my previous video and my video that I recently did on my headphones, these Zoomy headphones. So yeah, guys, thanks for watching this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Peace.